Final Fantasy VII Rebirth sees an increase in party size. When it comes to combat kits, diversity of playstyle, and usefulness in combat, here is how each playable character stacks up against each other. Although the Legacy Soldier is as strong as you would expect him to be, Zack sees a minuscule amount of time in the spotlight. Because of his low screen time, he naturally falls at the bottom of this list, but whenever you do get to play as him, it's very satisfying to see this beloved character get the TLC Cloud & Co. got in Final Fantasy VII Remake. Much like his role in the original game, Sephar is playable in Cloud's recount of his return to Nibelheim, and as he should be, he's ridiculously powerful compared to our main ex-soldier. While Sephar is playable for the majority of an early chapter, like Zack, his presence is very limited. That sword will only get him so far here. Arith is a much more technical character to play in the party. Her usefulness relies on how well you as a player can manage her wards on the field, warping between them whether you need stronger basic attacks, double casting spells, or just shielding. If you can learn her, she's very useful at exploiting enemy weaknesses. His smaller size may make it harder to navigate the field, but Cait Sith's luck-based abilities are as fun to see play out here as they were in the original game. Joining the party last, you may have a tricky time finding out how he exactly fits within your party composition. If you played Final Fantasy VII Remake, Barrett's long-range tank playstyle remains mostly the same. So long as you build up his defensive capabilities and you can weather whatever storm comes your way, there are few enemies that Barrett's guns can't melt fast. Finally becoming playable after his support role at the end of Final Fantasy VII Remake, Red 13 is a character that may take a bit to learn. Dealing great damage and being able to swipe wide areas with ease, Red 13 is built around managing a super meter that will allow him to hit harder and even steal enemy HP. Tifa's speed and strength made her an incredibly fun character to play in Final Fantasy VII Remake, and that remains true here. Rebirth greatly improved the combat system's aerial capabilities, so Tifa is even more of a threat this time around. Extending her combos, she hits hard and fast. The main playable protagonist of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Cloud, and his playstyle have been tweaked to be even more satisfying than it was in Final Fantasy VII Remake. Like Tifa, his aerial abilities have been improved, so if you're able, you can spend entire combat encounters flying through the air like you're in the middle of a scene from Advent Children. Fans fell in love with Yuffie's ninja playstyle when we first got to test her kit in the episode intermission DLC for Final Fantasy VII Remake. Here, her up-close rapid-fire hits, shuriken ranged attacks, ninjutsu, and ability to quickly travel the field make her versatility the most valuable asset to throw at any combat encounter you come across. And that is just how each Final Fantasy VII Remake party member stacks up against each other. Overall, every character has their strengths and weaknesses. Some may just be more technical than others. For more lists like this, stay tuned to Game Rant.